Hi, Jen Gilchrist here, your Soul Success Mentor, with another reading from May 23rd through 29th in 2016. I'm going to work with the Mother Mary Oracle deck from Doreen Virtue. It's very gentle, nurturing, soft, empowering, loving energy, and I feel like there's just been a lot of changes and stuff going on, and it would be good to work with her messages. They're simple and sweet and profound. So this first card is Grace. I am filled with the same beauty and poise and divine perfection as all of God's other creations. This is really beautiful. I think it's just noticing, first thing I'm noticing is her taking some time with herself, just reflective time, honoring that reflective time, spending time reading, could be learning something new, it could be for pleasure. And really just honoring your beauty and grace. Okay, so it has to do with just being gentle with yourself, right? I'm feeling like there's a lot of, like that maybe there's been a lot of push, like a lot of pressure on yourself, or like, go, go, go mode if you've been in that, or if you've been hard on yourself or judging yourself or frustrated that maybe the clarity or the results have not been coming as quickly as you hoped. Just, this is about being gentle with yourself, acknowledging this for what you've already done, for who you are, for showing up, and have some grace with yourself and with others, right? So just noticing that energy of, it feels like just validating what you've done already, that you've done so much, right? And just allowing God's timing to be at play, and just knowing that you're doing a great job. Feels like this month, I don't know a ton, I'm not perfect at astrology, but I know there's a lot of planets have been in retrograde recently, and that's a lot about, it doesn't mean that you don't have any action happening, but there's a lot of reevaluating, a lot of like reflecting, a lot of things that may be feeling a little slowed down. And that doesn't mean that your progress is being slowed. It just means that that's what this time is for. It's really taking the opportunity to have given yourself that gift, right? And have grace with yourself, and knowing that it may not seem like all the fruition is exactly as you want it to be this last 30 days, possibly, quote unquote, based on some goals or whatever it is that you created, but just knowing that you've done a lot. It's like, it feels like the seeds are going to be coming, and you did a lot of work, even though they may not be so visible yet. So have grace with yourself. Optimism. We got these two cards just not that long ago. I want to say like a month ago in the same reading too. It's called Optimism. I expect good things to happen, and they do. I just see like for whatever reason, I'm just noticing it's like, the world here, and it's just like raising and elevating your vibration, your thoughts, your business, your ideas, like everything's just like being raised up, like you're being fully, fully supported in a big way through the universe, through God, through heaven, through all of this spiritual support is like just raising your vibration of your life, your business, your thoughts, your ideas. And so it's really important to keep the optimism and keep the faith and keep believing in your vision, keep believing in what you're doing, keep focused on your eye on the prize, on like what your goals are, and just having an optimistic, just knowing it's happening. Knowing it's happening, and it may unfold differently than you expect, but just keeping that optimism and having that faith. And action. Today I take action related to the properties that I have previously put off. So again, we've been doing a lot of reflecting, a lot of realigning, a lot of rethinking, of restructuring. And so now it's time to start to take action on these ideas, right? There's always an ebb and a flow. There's always a time for retreat and reflection, and then there's a time for action. It looks like we're going to be moving into an action period. So if you haven't already, begin to take action on the priorities that you previously put off. Also, it just feels good. Like when you've put stuff off, it's like that starts to weigh heavy, and it kind of feels, I don't know, the guilt, like all kinds of stuff comes in when we start to put things off. So I feel like some of this could be due to some procrastination. You're just going to feel better to check some of those things off that list, big or small, business or personal related. And then also just actually put into action some of these ideas that you've come through. Maybe it's a time to, if you don't know your action step, go back through your journals, go back through, kind of looking at, and reassessing, what did you just go what were the thoughts and ideas you had? What insights came to you? What can you do today to start to take action? What are your, brainstorm your next 3 action steps that you could take that are aligned with really getting whatever goal that you had or idea that you had to come to fruition. What would your next 3 steps be? And just, I like to start every day with a little bit of, you have your ideas and you brainstorm, you kind of have your things that you need to do. But then I like to start my morning with really grounding, connecting, and aligning and asking, what would I be most inspired to do today that's going to actually bring me in alignment with taking action, towards my highest good or my goal or my purpose, and see what comes to you. But it's important to start taking action. So make a list of your first 3 things that you can do and start doing them. You're going to feel great, and then you're going to start to see the movement happening, because really, you can get all the ideas in the world, but if you don't start to ground them into a daily action, it's not going to come to fruition that way, right? And the other thing is just knowing that when you see this big goal, sometimes we can get overwhelmed and frozen because it's just like, oh my gosh, there's so many things to do. So that's why it's always nice to just sit down and ask, what are the next 1, 2, or 3 things I can do today? Or if you want to look at it as the week, and then start plugging it in each day, what you're going to do, to really just take those baby steps. And they're going to propel you forward much more quickly than you realize. And you won't get so frozen and overwhelmed and burnt out that way as well. You'll stay inspired and connected to that which is really going to bring you the most fulfillment and prosperity. Okay? So, awesome. So just to recap, it's been like the previous weeks has been a lot about letting go, reevaluating. It's about having grace with yourself and knowing that you're doing exactly what you needed to do, and be patient and present with all that you've already done. Celebrate, have optimism that your dreams are coming to fruition. You're at an elevated space and you've got heaven to support you, and can ask them for support at any time, or all times, I suggest, and start to take action, inspired action. All right, so I'd love to invite you over to, I have a free gift for you that I think would be really inspiring and helpful. It's 7 secrets to soul success, and I've also included 4 subsequent angel messages specific for that as well. And you can get that free gift at empoweredwomensleadership.com/soul gift. Again, empoweredwomensleadership.com/soul gift. And I'll put the link in here as well. Look forward to seeing you next week. Bye-bye.